If you are renting in Tucson, Arizona right now, I need you to watch this entire video before you sign another lease, because I'm about to show you what renting is costing you in real numbers and why the gap between renters and homeowners is not a small one. The median homeowner in America has 40 times the amount of wealth as a renter. Not 4 times, 40 times. That's huge. And I'm going to show you how to get on the right side of that number right here in Tucson. I'm Angie Kuzma with the Stratton Real Estate Group. We've helped over 4,000 families just like you buy, sell, and relocate to the Tucson area. All of our contact information is in the description below, so feel free to click on it, send us a message. You can book a free consultation, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Now let's get into today's video. Let's talk about what renting is actually costing you every single month. The average rent for a standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath home here in Tucson right now ranges between $1,800 and $2,500 per month. Let's use $2,000 per month for our number for this example. Over 1 year, that is $24,000. Over 5 years, that's $120,000. Every dollar of that goes to your landlord's mortgage, your landlord's equity, and your landlord's wealth, not yours. And here's what makes it worse. On average, a typical renter's rent goes up every single year. So when you re-sign a lease every year, usually your rent will go up. If you compare that to buying, when you buy a home, your principal and interest payments stay the same every single year. They do not go up. And actually, if you end up refinancing later down the road, you could actually get that payment to go down. So with rent, your cost every month goes up every year. With mortgage, your cost every month stays the same every year and has the potential to decrease. It's of course much better to have control over your finances and your money rather than giving that control over to your landlord. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story about a real client of ours. She was renting for the last 5 years. Her monthly rent payment was $2,300 a month when I met her. So over the course of those 5 years, she had paid $138,000 to her landlord. So that's a crazy number. She was about to sign a lease for another 12 months when I got in touch with her and I asked her just to have one simple conversation with our lender partner and see if buying would be an option for her or not. These conversations are zero pressure, completely free, and it's just really good to see if buying is an option and see where you're at financially. She almost didn't do it because she was convinced that buying a home was not an option for her, but luckily she did take the chance and talk to him for just like 20 minutes. And that one conversation changed everything for her. Her mortgage payment after she bought the house came out to $2,400 a month. So her payment only increased $100, which she felt was completely doable because in reality, her rent was going to increase that much also. So she had the conversation with him. She found out that she was able to purchase a home. She had enough for a down payment. And so it took us about 90 days to find her the right home and get it closed. At that point, then she was in control of her finances. So that was exciting for her. It was a fun time. And her mortgage payment came in at $2,400 a month. So that was her principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So $2,400 a month. So it only had increased $100 from her rent. And in reality, her rent probably would have increased that much the following year anyway. So she really wasn't paying any more per month. And she had the opportunity to start building wealth for herself. An extra perk that happens right away when you close on a home is you typically get to skip your first month's payment. So sometimes people like to hold on to that money as a little savings account. Some other people like to put that towards some updates or some paint, things like that when they purchase a home so that they can make the house the way that they want it. So it's just a little nice perk. You get that 1 month without a payment. So it was one simple conversation that got her started and she went from a renter and now she's a homeowner. Just like she asked herself, you're probably wondering the same thing. Can I actually afford to buy a home in Tucson? To help you break this down, let's get into the numbers. Let's look at a real scenario and the current Tucson real estate market. If you're looking at a home that is priced at $300,000, which is very attainable in today's market, with an FHA loan at 3.5% down, your down payment is $10,500. Your monthly payment, including principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, would be in the range between $1,900 and $2,100 per month, depending on the interest rate. That is comparable to, and in many cases, actually less than you're probably paying in rent. Except now that payment is locked in and it's building your own wealth instead of building someone else's wealth. If you're a veteran or active military, you could actually qualify for a VA loan, which means it's zero money down, zero money out of pocket. But don't worry, if you don't have a down payment saved up and you're not a veteran or active military, there's still options for you to be able to buy a home with zero money out of your pocket. I'm going to tell you about a program that's specifically for Tucson buyers. There's a down payment assistance program called the Pima Tucson Homebuyer Solution. It's designed designed specifically for buyers here in Pima County and the City of Tucson. Here's how it works. It provides up to 5% of the loan amount towards your down payment and your closing costs. So one of the things to keep in mind with a lot of down payment assistance program, there's limits on how much money you can make in order to qualify. So one of the benefits of this program that makes it really applicable for a lot of people, very popular, is that you can make up to $146,503 and still qualify for this program. So you don't have much of an income barrier. Also, there's no first-time home buyer requirement. So even if you're not a first-time buyer, this program can still apply to you. There's also a program called the Home Plus program. So that means that the down payment that you are given is actually forgivable as long as you live in the home for at least 5 years. So there are a couple of details. I, of course, would want to get you in contact with the lender so you understand the program before getting into it, but it really is a great option for a lot of people that want to buy a house and don't have the down payment. So what does this mean? The down payment that you thought might be standing in the way between you and home ownership might not be an issue, and it could probably be covered. So you'll find out. All you have to do is just have one conversation with the lender. Now let's talk about the roommate strategy if a monthly mortgage payment is a concern to you. This is something that a lot of people don't think about when they're comparing renting versus buying. When you rent a home with a roommate, you and the roommate are actually helping your landlord pay down their mortgage. When you own a home and have a roommate, your roommate is actually helping you pay down yours. Here's an example. If you buy a 3 or 4 bedroom home here in Tucson, and you bring in one roommate who's paying $800 to $1,000 per month, that is money that's coming directly off of your mortgage payment. Your housing costs just drop significantly, and you're still the one building equity for yourself. Some buyers in Tucson are actually living for free when they have roommates because the roommates are the ones that are covering the cost of the mortgage. That's a strategy that renters simply don't have access to. So if the monthly payment is something that you're concerned about, I highly encourage you to consider the roommate option because that really can help you financially, keep your monthly costs down, and help you build equity. And if you're not familiar with what equity is, it's actually kind of like a little secret savings account. So that's all the value that you're building year over year, because on average, the value of a home goes up approximately 4% every single year in Arizona. So every year you're increasing the amount of your wealth by 4%. So it's kind of like a piggy bank that you have access to later down the road if you need it. Building equity is just one of the benefits of owning a home. But now let's talk about the full wealth building reality. Let me give you a few numbers that put this part into perspective. A median homeowner has 40 times the amount of wealth as a renter. To put this into perspective, people that buy a home before they're 30 years old have 22.5% higher net worth than a renter does by the time they're both turned 50. Waiting until your mid-30s cuts that in half. And waiting past the age 43 decreases the wealth advantage entirely. So this means the earlier you're able to buy a house and start building wealth, the better. The benefits of a home truly can be life-changing, and again, it's much easier than a lot of people think. A home is not just a place to live. For most families in America, it is the single largest wealth building tool that they'll ever have access to. Versus every month that you rent, that's a tool that's working for someone else. Now I'm going to tell you about a program real quick that we offer here at the Stratton Real Estate Group that not other agents in town offer, and it's a way to help people stop renting, get out of their lease, and turn into a homeowner to start building wealth. This program is called the Stratton Stepout program. So if you're currently renting, we'll pay up to $5,000 to help you get out of your lease and get you into a new home. So literally it's just $5,000 to help you whatever the lease terms say that you need to do in order to get out of it. You have that money to put towards it. And then we're able to help you buy a brand new construction home as long as you're working with us and one of our new construction partners. One of the other benefits of this program is since it's connected to new construction, you also get the benefits of all the incentives that new construction builders are offering. So they'll buy down your interest rate for you. Some of them will pay all of your out-of-pocket closing costs. There's all kinds of advantages. So we can mix some of these programs together and it literally gets you into a house without hardly any money out of pocket. So if you're in a lease, this program might be exactly what you're looking for. So again, go to the description below. All of our contact information is there. We would love to schedule a free consultation and see if this would be a good choice for you. So if you've watched this video and you still think that buying isn't an option, let me address the 3 things that I hear the most as objections from renters. First, I don't have enough money saved. The Pima Tucson Homebuyer Solution and the Home Plus program may cover your down payment entirely. You might actually need less cash than you think. Number 2, my credit is not good enough. Your lender can tell you exactly where you stand and what it takes to get ready. Depending on the programs that you're doing for a alone, you could have a credit score as low as 580 and still be able to qualify for a home. So again, this is when a consultation is really important, so we can get you hooked up with our lender partner that'll tell you exactly what's the best option for you. Even if your credit is lower than that, it's still a great time to have a conversation with the lender because they can put you on a path to get you in the right place so you can get closer to homeownership. But you won't know until you ask. And number 3, now's not the right time. Here's the truth about Tucson real estate right now. This is a balanced market. You have negotiating power as a buyer that didn't exist 2 or 3 years ago. Sellers are offering things called concessions, which is actually money that the sellers are giving to pay the buyer's out-of-pocket closing costs. And if you're looking at a new build, builders are offering similar incentives. The perfect time rarely announces itself, but just like the client example that I gave you, she didn't think that it was a good option or a feasible option until she had that conversation with the lender and found out it was much easier than she thought. This is closer to it than most people realize. So here's what I want you to do right now, not next month, but today. Stop making assumptions about what you can and cannot afford. Just one conversation with my team and our lender partner will tell you exactly where you stand. We've helped over 4,000 families in Tucson buy and sell homes. We're in the top 0.5% of agents in this market. And all 4,000 of those clients that we've served in the past have all trusted us with one of the most important decisions of their lives. So if you're a renter in Arizona and you want to know if buying's an option for you, the link is below in this video, so click it and let's talk. And if you're in a lease right now and interested in buying a new construction home, just ask us about the Stratton Stepout program. Again, we may be able to cover up to $5,000 of your lease break costs to get you into a new home. You've been paying someone else's mortgage long enough, let's make the next payment yours. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss another video, and we'll see you on the next one.